Another home opener dub for the Toronto Blue Jays as they beat the Seattle Mariners 5-2 today and get some offense, get some timely hits, and they win a ball game. They beat Luis Castillo. Yeah, it happened. Now, before I get into the game itself, I was obviously down there, as I've mentioned in previous videos, that I was going to be down at Rogers Center for the home opener tonight. And the vibe was weird. You obviously, for anybody who watched the game from start to finish, you know when they did the player introductions, there weren't really any crazy cheers, and John Schneider got boos, and even Alek Manoah, who I'm kind of shocked was there, got a little bit of booing as well, which is kind of nuts, but it is what it is. And then the whole John Schneider pulling Jose Barrios bit, and boy, the boos rained down. But not just that. There was moments during this game where there was a few people sitting around me where they were livid at John Schneider making some moves or certain, IKF making a mistake on the tag, or they were getting furious. And then Vladdy hits an RBI double. They're actually still sitting in their seat. Not really cheering, maybe smiling because they look like an idiot. And I'm thinking to myself, you're wearing Jays gear. You spent $100 or so to come to this game and be miserable at the team that's winning? It's bad. It's wild to me. Now, I understand the feelings behind Blue Jay fans right now. We have not seen John Schneider since that Jose Barrios Minnesota fiasco. And a lot recently has been talked about the Davis Schneider not playing, and he came up clutch again today. There's been a lot of discourse with that. And a lot of hate towards John Schneider, which I understand it, but we also have to realize that he's probably not the one making the real decisions here. He's the puppet. It's really what it is. So I'm done talking about that. Let's break down the game. The Blue Jays get some early offense. Justin Turner with a double down the line. And then Alejandro Kirk comes up with 2 out because they can't get anything else going. And Kirky lines a single in the left for a base hit. With 2 out, Turner comes around to score. Jays lead at 1-0. Awesome. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Jays have 2nd and 3rd because Bo and Vladdy get on base. I think Vladdy had the little dribbler infield single. Then Bo ripped a double. But Vladdy has to be at 3rd. You have runners in the corners, 2nd and 3rd with only 1 out for Justin Turner. And I'm sitting there with my buddy Rob and Ann, and I mentioned to them they're probably going to pitch around Justin Turner because they would much prefer to face a Davis Schneider who doesn't like the elevated fastball. They don't like playing against righties. So there's that scenario. So and then you have the double play in order. It just makes sense. You don't want Justin Turner beating you. So what do? They pitch around Justin Turner, and he walks. Now the bases are loaded with 1 out for Davis Schneider. And I don't know how he got to that slider, but he serves into center field for a soft single. In comes Vladdy. Then Julio Rodriguez grabs the ball, puts it in a box, puts it in the mailbox. And when it gets to the postal office, it gets slapped with an airmail sticker, and it gets launched. Because Julio Rodriguez sent that ball flying way over Cal Raleigh. Bo comes in to score. Jays now lead it 3-0. Davis Schneider, clutch yet again, and with a righty on the mound. Interesting stuff. We then go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and Kevin Kiermaier gets a base hit, one of his few this season, then steals 2nd. Finally, we use a little bit of speed. And then Vladdy puts up a really good at-bat. Was down 0-2, doesn't chase the 2 bad ones, gets the count to 2-2, gets a ball up, and lines it into right center field for a base hit. Julio can't pick it up, kind of bobbles it. Obviously, KK comes in to score. Vladdy turns it on and gets to second base, slides in safely for his 2nd double of the year, and an RBI double. And again, that is with 2 out and a guy in scoring position. So they had 2 of those in the first 4 innings off of Castillo. And you lead it now 4-0. Great. The Jays had 5 doubles today. It's awesome. That's how you know these guys were on. Then let's talk about Jose Barrios, because that's where we then go to their little offensive stuff. Jose Barrios was dominant. I was obviously at the game, so dialed in. He struggled early on in the sense that he was giving up a lot of hard contacts. I think 2 in the first inning were ripped over 100 miles an hour, but they found gloves. And then as like the third inning rolled around, yeah, he was dialed in. The slurve was nuts. The changeup had the movement. His sinker, with having those other 2 pitches working, the sinker then starts to play. And it was so good by Jose Barrios today. He was remarkable. And then you go to that 7th inning, and you want to see him get through 7. And he got the first 2 guys out with ease. And then he gives up a soft, broken bat single. Can't remember who it was to. The number 7 hitter. I think it was Ty France, maybe. Then the number 8 hitter, Ken Zone, comes to the plate. And John Schneider comes out and pulls him. The boos rain down, all that stuff. But then the standing O for Barrios, he comes off the field, and he's yelling into his glove. It could be a few different things. One, he's fired up and just jacked up for the good start. Or he's pissed he got pulled. And it could be both. Because if I'm him, you have the number 8 hitter coming up. There's only a guy at first. Yes, you've pitched 101 pitches, but it hasn't been very stressful other than 1 inning of work. Because IKF couldn't slap a tag on a guy. And he got out of that unscathed. Other than that inning, there's really been no pressure on you. And yeah, broken bat single. You have the number 8 hitter coming up. You have 2 out already. But John pulls him. And when I was sitting there talking with my friends, I'm like, Jimmy Garcia better get these guys out. Because if he doesn't, oh boy. Now he ends up getting out of the inning. We're okay. And then the top of the 8th comes around, and J.P. Crawford hits his second home run of the season, crushes it to right field. And I was over there in that spot for that home run. And it's very loud when it hit the metal. But made it 4-1. Then Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Yeah, Falafel Man. Hits an RBI single to right field, scoring. Dalton Varsho, who came in to pinch run. And I think he actually might have been a defensive replacement at the time. I could be wrong. But then Cal Raleigh, Blue Jay killer, and more in particular, Alek Manoah killer, hits a solo shot to right field in the 9th inning to make it 5-2. It got a little hairy because then they got another base runner. Then it was a full count on the number 9. Was it the number 9 hitter? Who got out? So let me go down here. The number 9 hitter, Josh Rojas. And you did not want the tying run coming to the plate with, J.P. Crawford and possibly Julio Rodriguez to come up to the plate. Now, Chad Green got Rojas a strikeout at a high fastball, and that was the game. He picks up the save. The Blue Jays get the win. Vibes are good. Except that Rogers Center did feel a little hairy for most of the game. But a win is a win. And the Blue Jays offense looked pretty damn good. Other than George Springer, everybody had a hit today. Vladdy went 2 for 4 with a run scored. That'd be at the infield single. But then that second hit that he had, that line drive to right center field was beautiful. Loved that. 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Bo 1 for 4 with a run scored in the game. Justin Turner 1 for 3 with a run scored and a walk. David Schneider, what else is new? 2 for 4, 2 RBIs, and that big hit there early in the game. Kevin Biggio 1 for 3. He had a nice double down the right field line. Alejandro Kirk 1 for 4, but that 1 for was an RBI single with 2 out. And Isaiah Kiner-Falefa had the RBI single in the 8th inning. Also had a double down the right field line to the opposite field off of Luis. Was it off Castillo? It might have been. I can't remember. But he was 2 for 4 with an RBI in the game as well. And Kevin Kiermaier 1 for 4 with a run scored. Did strike out 3 times. But hey, you're making an impact. What did KK do? He had a hit, a run scored, stole a base. IKF, 2 hits and an RBI. Kirky had 1 hit, an RBI. Biggio, 1 for 3. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. David Schneider, 2 for 4, 2 ribs. Turner, hit, run scored. Bo, hit, run scored. Vladdy, 2 hits, a run scored, and an RBI. They contributed up and down the lineup, and it was very good to watch. It was very, very, very fun to watch today. Jose Barrios, 6 2/3, 4 hits allowed, 6 Ks and 1 walk. Brilliant outing from him. Jimmy Garcia, an inning and a third, allowed a hit, a run, 2 strikeouts and a walk. Obviously, the solo shot from him and Chad Green. Chad Green did go an inning, allowed 2 hits and a run, 2 strikeouts, and that's all she wrote. And the Blue Jays get a big victory. And the reason I say it's a big victory is this is a team in the Seattle Mariners that you're possibly going to be battling with down the stretch of the postseason. They had an awful start last year, and they really turned it on. You can't expect their offensive numbers, the way they look right now, to be, excuse me, guys. Oh, my goodness. To be that bad, right? You just can't expect that. And the Jays are catching them at the right time. So take advantage of it. Because if this is a team you're going to be battling down the stretch, you want that season series. It's a great start with a win tonight. But on tomorrow, 7:07 first pitch, George Kirby gets the ball for the Mariners, and Chris Bassitt gets the ball for the Blue Jays in Game 2 of the 3-gamer, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the win today, because it was entertaining and the fans are loud, kind of loud. Loved the new renovations. Love the cup holders, comfy seats, much more legroom. Beautiful stuff. Let me know all your thoughts. Comment, hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below all your thoughts on what you saw today from the Toronto Blue Jays, whether it's the fan base, whether it's the team, whether it's the ballpark. Let me know all your thoughts down below. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, and of course TikTok is down below as well. So follow up there if you haven't done so already, and I'll talk to you guys Raptors edition tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow as they host the Indiana Pacers at 7 o'clock. Leafs edition very shortly as they beat Kyle Dubas and the Penguins tonight in overtime 3-2. And as for the Toronto Blue Jays, we talked about, they're back in action tomorrow as they host the Seattle Mariners for Game 2 of the 3-game set. 7:07 first pitch there. George Kirby, Chris Bassitt is the pitching matchup. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and, of course, the win tonight. We'll talk to you guys then.